WrestleMania 32 was this past weekend.
How did you find it? I didn't ask anything about this.
It was pretty shit.
Oh.
One of the poorest WrestleManias ever. I mean, a couple of matches were passable. Every single match ended in the most painfully predictable way possible, like the safest option they could possibly go with, to the point where a stipulation on Shane McMahon versus Undertaker's match was if Shane won, he would get control of Raw, and Undertaker would have to retire.
Yeah,
Shane didn't win.
Yep.
Although he did do a big jump off the top of the Hell in a Cell. Good for him, onto a
good job.
Special prop desk. The next night on Raw, they just gave him control of Raw anyway.
Oh.
Vince went, "You were a tough kid. You faced Undertaker. Have Raw."
You faced
so that was pointless.
Man.
Roman Reigns won. They started muting the boos from the crowd to make it sound like... No. Well, this is the thing. They don't want the crowd booing them on the live stream. They don't want people to hear the boos. So they mute the crowd. So instead, we have a world champion greeted with dead silence. Apathy is worse than no reaction whatsoever. I don't think they've realised this.
I completely agree.
One match on the card was fucking phenomenal, which was the women's title match. Triple threat match.
China?
No China. China does porn now. It was
one night in China.
It was Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch in the triple threat. They're three wrestlers who were NXT, tore up basically forced them to change a whole load of stuff to do with the women's wrestling, and they completely had the best show of the night by far. Although I think it's funny that WWE are finally calling women in this company. They stopped using the term divas. They got rid of the Divas Championship and replaced it with a Women's Championship, which they called the first ever Women's Championship, even though there was literally about 50 years called the Women's Championship. But the Women's Championship belt looks the same as the world title, which is quite cool. Just white strap with red in the background.
Oh, right, you mean the men's?
Yeah, so they made it look like the world title, so it's on an to give the impression it's on an equal footing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Equal.
Yeah.
But different.
But, yeah, it's actually quite interesting because a lot of the women wrestlers who suck are either injured or are stuck in, valet hell, where they're just like, being managers for other wrestlers who they're never going to get anywhere. If you've got a manager in WWE and his name's not Paul Heyman, your career's over, as far as I can tell. But the ladder match was alright. There was a 7-man ladder match.
You just said it was the worst WrestleMania ever, and then you said it's alright.
The rest of it was terrible. The thing went on for 5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
There was, Snoop Dogg came out and gave a live performance.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I never realised Sasha Banks' entrance music was by him, and he came out and did a rap.
Oh.
It was nice of him.
Didn't he once fight in the wrestling?
He presented an episode of Raw once. That's how he got in the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh.
Shaq turned up in a battle royale.
Oh, yeah?
That was interesting.
He's put on a lot of weight.
He sort of stared down Big Show for a bit, and then they both got thrown out.
Oh.
But the thing that made it
you guys are too in love. Get out of here.
Other than the ladder match was fun, but not a brilliant ladder match. It wasn't the best one, but it had some fun spots in it, some painful looking stuff going on.
Okay.
Women's title match was by far the best match, and that was main event worthy level match.
Yeah.
Everything else was just bland. Like the Shane McMahon Undertaker fight, no way should the CEO of a friggin' Chinese company, because that's what Shane does on his real time outside of WWE, he runs some Chinese media company or something like that.
Okay.
No way should the CEO of a Chinese media company be facing off against The Undertaker and holding his own. The Undertaker should decimate him in 2 seconons.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, pretty much. And yet he throws himself off the top of the cell, which is about 25 foot full.
He's a big guy, though.
And he lands on... Not Undertaker. Undertaker was lying down. Undertaker got out of it.
Okay.
But he lands on the announcer's table, which was, strangely, first time they've ever turned up. These announcer's tables that have 4-inch thick rubber on the top of them. Weird that. And there was a big cushion underneath it, like an airbag they'd inflated while he was climbing up to hide it. So when he lands, he goes... Pfft.
You are so very bitter.
I'm breaking kayfabe here. I'm telling everyone how this worked. Max Landis was in the front row of the crowd behind the commentators.
Oh.
But
did he enjoy it?
I think so. Possibly.
But, I'm guessing it's different being there.
Yeah. My friend Amy was there. She enjoyed it. The thing was, what probably would have made WrestleMania not seem quite so bad is if 2 days earlier they didn't have a show at an NXT event where every single match on the card was fucking awesome.
Probably not. Probably would have seemed a lot better if you didn't see something that was better a few days before.
Yeah, 2 days before. Samoa Joe got headbutted his opponent in the main event and split his eye open, and there was blood just gushing down his face. And usually in wrestling now, they try to stop bleeding whenever someone gets busted open.
Yeah.
Because they're no one blades anymore. They don't do the blade jobs. They don't cut the heads open on purpose.
Yeah.
So if someone starts bleeding, especially if it's around the eye, you want to stop the bleeding because you can go blind from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Samoa Joe's so intense that every time they tried to fix his eye up, he just looked pissed off like crazy.
Yeah.
That his match was getting slowed down.
Well, you would be.
You've
only got a limited amount of time. It's all...
Yeah, but that just built up his... Like,
character.
how you felt about him.
Mm.
They even had, like... He basically destroyed Finn Balor for about 20 minutes.
I don't know who Finn Balor is.
It's an Irish guy. He comes down to the ring dressed like a sort of... When he's got a character called the Beast or something like that, where he comes down to... Sometimes he wrestles as a normal guy, but sometimes he's in a demon. That's it, his demon.
Oh, okay.
And he comes to the ring with, like, Venom-looking face paints and patterns all over him.
Like a colourful version of Gold-Dust.
Yeah.
Or
Like
El
really
Diablo.
dark, messed up one.
Is it El
with
Diablo?
big dreadlocks. El Diablo from Suicide Squad. Him.
No. Oh, actually, no. I may be thinking of a character from Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah. But he's like...
Maybe.
But yeah, he comes to the ring to demonic, cradle filthy sounding music.
Oh, Jesus.
But he's Irish though. He's got a thick Irish accent and looks like a little baby.
Looks like a...
But you know, he wears all the makeup to make himself look tough.
Yeah.
Really cool looking makeup though. He has like there's like big old teeth on his chest, and the bottom half of his face is the top half of the teeth. So it looks like a big mouth that's open.
Oh, okay.
It's quite cool looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that match was brutal. That was far better than WrestleMania. The whole of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But yeah, next time WWE, when you have a pay-per-view that people in America pay a lot of money for, and if you're on Sky Sports and you want to actually pay for pay-per-view, pay 25 quid for, you don't know, you use WWE Network, it's £10 a month.
Yeah.
Have something happen.